The DA9ADP door alarm with adjustable delay is a unique device made by Alectro systems. It started out as a freezer and refrigerator alarm, but has quickly found its home in medical, institutional, and industrial applications as well. Up until now, there have only been a few options for these applications. One is a door alarm which sounds as soon as the door is opened. This is obviously annoying. The other option is a temperature alarm to indicate when the freezer temperature rises. This is too late. The DA9ADP is quite different. It emits a brief chirp when the door is first opened to indicate that it is working. It then remains silent for about 45 seconds, giving you enough time to get what you want and close the door. If the door is left open beyond the 45 seconds, it emits a beeping sound until the door is closed again. The time delay on the DA9ADP is adjustable. The standard unit can be easily changed by you from about 2 seconds to 2 minutes. Other models are available for special applications with longer delays, up to 14 minutes. The DA9ADP units are often used for freezers and refrigerators in homes, restaurants, medical, and industrial facilities. We have sold many of these units to hospitals and government health agencies. They are also used for cupboard and entrance doors in institutions, businesses, homes, and industry. In these applications, they indicate if a door has been propped or left open when it shouldn't be. Installation of the DA9ADP is very simple. It can be used for almost any door and attached to virtually any surface. Here is an example of installation on an upright freezer or refrigerator. First, you need to clean the surfaces where you want to mount the unit. Remove the DA9ADP from its bag, and before you remove the protective covering from the mounting tape on the bottom of the unit, you might want to hold it in place with the main unit on the side of the freezer and the magnet on the door as shown here. This way you can experiment with it by opening and closing the door to make sure you have chosen a good position. Once you know where you want to mount it, remove the paper from the 2 strips of double-sided tape on the bottom of the unit and mount it on the side of the freezer or refrigerator. Be careful because once it starts to stick, you don't get a second chance. Mount it so that the magnet, when installed, will be within a 1/4 inch from the main unit if possible. Try not to make the gap more than 1/2 inch, especially if you are mounting on a steel surface. Magnetic materials like steel reduce the magnetic field strength. Once the main unit is installed, press it onto the surface to create a solid attachment. Now remove the paper backing from the tape on the magnet. Mount the magnet in a similar manner to the side of the freezer door as shown here. You are now finished. You can test the unit by opening and closing the door. When you open the door, you should hear a quick chirp. Leave the door open for about 45 seconds, and you should hear a continuous beeping sound. This is loud enough to be easily heard throughout a 2-story house. Close the door and the unit resets itself. If you want to change the time delay, here is what you need to do. Remove the 4 silver screws from the front of the main unit. Separate the front assembly from the base by simply pulling it off. Turn the front assembly over and you will see a white trim pot on the circuit board. Using your fingers or a small screwdriver, turn the trim pot to the desired time delay. Turning it clockwise decreases the time, and counterclockwise increases it. To test the delay, you will need to hold the front of the circuit board close to the magnet to reset the unit. Then move it away and measure the delay time before it beeps. When doing this, hold it close to the magnet for about 10 seconds each time to make sure it has fully reset. After you are done, place it back on the base and tighten the screws. Thank you for your interest in our DA9 ADP door alarm.